So Berrettini and Travaglia, they're facing off in the first round of the Queen's Club Championship. So Berrettini has had a great year this year. He reached the final of Madrid and also made the quarterfinals of Roland Garros. He lost to Djokovic, so he has had a good year, and he also reached the finals of ATP Cup, made fourth round of Australian Open. So he is in good form, and his game, I would say, is good for the grass because he has a big serve. He has those slice backhands. Those can really do well on the grass, and this is his first tournament on grass. He's going to be taking on compatriot Travaglia in the first round. Now, his opponent started off really well, made a final in the Great Ocean Road Open, but he hasn't been able to replicate that form. He's lost early in a lot of the events he's played since, and he'll be hoping to get back his form here because he's going to have to get it back if he wants to beat Berrettini, because Berrettini is in great form. He's going to have to get his form from 2020 back if he wants to beat him. Now, they have met once. Berrettini leads the head-to-head. That was last year in Rome. Berrettini won that one in straight sets. But in the qualifying matches, Travaglia has won each of their matches in qualifying. They've only met on clay, so it's pretty interesting. But Travaglia won all their futures matches in Italy. There were two of them in 2016, two of them in 2015. One of them was a walkover, but unofficially, Travaglia leads all of their matches, but Berrettini leads the head-to-head 1-0 officially. So my prediction, I think this is going to be a straight win for Berrettini. While he may be tired, I think that Berrettini can get through this because he's just in better form than Travaglia at the moment. And Travaglia, I've not really seen him play on grass, so I don't think he's as good on grass. So I'm going to pick Berrettini to win this in straight sets. So Benoit Paire and Andy Murray, they're facing off in the first round of the Queen's Club Championship. This is going to be an interesting match because both players are, they're good on grass. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen. Let's start with Benoit Paire. Benoit Paire hasn't really had the best season. He's really only won 2 matches this year out of a lot of them. He's lost early. He's been accused of tanking. He actually isn't allowed to participate in the Olympics because of this. But he has shown some signs to ending that. He did recently do well in Geneva, where he pushed Kopfer to a third set and really fought well in that match. So he is showing signs of getting better. And against Casper Ruud, he also did take a set from him. So he is showing some signs of maybe improving and maybe ending his nightmare run. And now he gets to play Andy Murray. Now, Andy Murray hasn't played a lot this year. He's been more on the sidelines because of injuries. He last played in Rotterdam, where he lost a close first set to Andrei Rublev. He lost the second set pretty simply, but that was a good. He showed some encouraging signs of starting to get back his old sparkle back, and he hasn't played on grass yet. So this is his first tournament on grass, but against Paire, he's gonna have to be at his best because Paire can definitely spring an upset if he's now. Murray has won both of their meetings, right, against Paire. They've met twice. Murray has won both of them. One of them was in Wimbledon. Murray won that one in straight sets. On a clay court in Monte Carlo, the matches went down in tournament. Murray won that one in 3 sets, coming back from a set down. So I think that Murray will win this one in 3 sets. Paire can definitely take a set, because Paire is an erratic player. He's wonky. He can definitely pull off an upset. But, well, I don't want to say it's an upset, but he can definitely get the win. But I'm going to pick Murray. I think he's going to be thrilled to be back. I think he's also playing close to his hometown. I think he's going to have extra motivation. And plus, grass is a surface where he doesn't have to do too much. Well, he still has to run, but it's a little bit easier for him as opposed to clay. So I'm going to pick Murray to win this in 3 sets. I think it's going to be 3 sets, but I think Murray will get the job done. So Brody and Mannarino, they're facing off in the first round of Queen's Club. Now Liam Brody has reached his career high ranking this year, so he's definitely in great form. He's had some good form on the Challenger circuit. He managed to do well in the Challenger in Belgrade. He made the semis on the clay. He also managed to win a title in Italy in the Challenger event. So he is playing really well this year, and he's having a resurgence. He reached his career high ranking of number 137 this year. So he is playing really well, and he's going to be confident because Mannarino isn't really in great form. Now, Mannarino, as I've said, he's not really in great form right now. He lost a lot of his matches, especially although Clay is not his best service, but still he lost a lot of his matches early. And in Queen's Club or in Stuttgart, he lost to Duckworth in straight sets. So on grass at his best surface, that doesn't really bode well because grass is Manarino's best surface, but he still lost early, so that doesn't bode well for his chances here. These two opponents have met once, and Brody got the win. That was in St. Petersburg in Russia, and Brody won that one, coming back from a set down 2-6, 6-4, 6-0. They met in a challenger on the hard court in Knoxville, and Manarino won that one in straight sets. My prediction: I think that Brody will win this. I think that while Manarino is playing well, Brody's in his hometown, and I think that he may get the extra support there as well. So I'm going to pick Brody to win this out. I think it's going to be straight sets because Manarino is in great form. So I'm going to pick Brody to win this one in straight sets. So Dan Evans and Alexei Popyrin, they're facing off in the first round of Queen's Club. Now, Evans has had a great year this year. He won a title earlier this year, and the Murray River Open, defeated Auger Aliassime in the final. He also managed to do well in Monte Carlo. He made the semis, but he hasn't really done all that well since, because he lost early in a lot of events since that Monte Carlo run. Although Clay is in his best surface, to be fair, and in his only grass tournament in the Challenger, he lost to Kudla in 3 sets. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do against Popyrin, because Popyrin can definitely spring an upset here. Now, Popyrin this year has also been in great form. He managed to do well in Singapore. He won his first title there, and he's had a little bit of tough draws, but he has had some good runs. He didn't make the round of 16 in Madrid. He defeated fellow next-gen player Sinner in the process, although he did lose to Nadal in straight sets. And in the French Open, he almost had Nadal into a third set. He almost pushed him to a third, but he lost in straight sets. So that's something we have to consider. In his only grass court tournament, he lost to Feliciano Lopez in straight sets. So we're going to see whether he can do the same against whether he can pull off an upset against Evans and raise his form. Now, these two opponents, they've never met, so they have a 0-0 head-to-head. So my prediction: I think that Evans will win. I think that while Evans didn't do so well in the first tournament, I think that Evans will raise his level here. I think he'll want to raise his level because he is playing, I guess in front near his hometown. I think that he'll want to raise his level for this. And plus, Evans has a good game that can suit grass. So I'm going to pick Evans to win this in 3 sets. Because both players are in decent form. But 3 sets is my prediction. But Evans will win.